joining us. This is TVC News at 7. We're live in Abuja, where President Bola Tinubu presided over a special Federal Executive Council meeting in honor of the former President, Muhammadu Buhari. The expanded FEC meeting has in attendance the leadership of the National Assembly, the judiciary, and representatives of the family of the former president. And we'll have more in this package.
President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, former head of state and former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, has gone to rest.
President Bola Tinubu has extolled the virtues of his predecessor, Muhammadu Buhari, describing him as fierce, respectful, and kind. Speaking at an expanded federal executive session in honor of the former president, President Tinubu called on the nation to honor former President Buhari not only in words but also in humility in power. President Tinubu appreciated the Interministerial Committee led by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Governor of Katsina State, Dikko Rada, for organizing a befitting burial for former President Buhari.
He was respectful and without pretense. To those who served under him, he was kind without condensation. And to those whom he loved most intimately, he was unfailingly tender, loyal, and good. His life was a rebuke to vice and a refuge for virtue. The purity of his private character gave radiance to the discipline and integrity of his public service. Even in death, he maintained the serenity that defined him in life. Not a sigh, not a groan, just a quiet submission to the will of God. Such was the man Nigeria has lost.
The leaders of the National Assembly and others also took turns to commend the former president for his legacy and commitment to the Nigerian project.
As a minister in his cabinet, appointed by him, I saw President Muhammadu Buhari unplugged. He was not flamboyant, far from it. His voice was measured, his steps deliberate, his public demeanor austere.
He was devoted to family and steadfast in his Islamic faith. His humor and humility softened his disciplined exterior. Buhari's belief in the brevity of life and the certainty of judgment.
President Muhammadu Buhari was a towering figure in Nigeria's national life, an embodiment of discipline, integrity, and unflinching dedication to the service of our country.
President Muhammadu Buhari served this country completely unblemished. Whether you choose to judge him harshly or kindly, the general consensus is that he embodied honesty and integrity in public office.
We pray for the peaceful repose of General Buhari's soul. May God grant his family the strength and comfort, and may the Almighty continue to bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Former President Muhammadu Buhari is said to be a steward of simplicity, a statesman, and a true partner in democracy.
Away from the expanded Federal Executive Council, earlier today in Daura, Katsina State, the federal government delegation led by Vice President Kashim Shettima concluded a 3-day period of prayers and national mourning for the late former President Muhammadu Buhari, who passed away on Sunday at the age of 82. Senior reporter Lupe Asom reports.
Daura in Katsina State was steeped in solemnity again on Thursday as Nigerians from all walks of life gathered to offer final prayers for former President Muhammadu Buhari. The third day fidal prayer, a significant Islamic tradition, was held at his family compound, drawing prominent leaders, Islamic scholars and citizens paying their respects. Vice President Kashim Shettima led the high-powered federal delegation as directed by President Bola Tinubu. The prayers led by different clerics sought Allah's forgiveness for the former president and eternal rest for his soul.
When you are in power, your friends know you. When you are out of power, you know your friends. In death, President Muhammadu Buhari has proved to the world that he is indeed one of the greatest sons of Africa. May Allah grant his soul eternal rest and reward him with his Al-Jannah Firdaus. May Allah forgive.
Muhammad Buhari has led a selfless service to the nation. Nobody disputes the fact that he was an honest person, just. We appreciate President Ahmed Bola Tinubu for all that he has done since the demise of our leader.
Applications for our departed ones, including His Excellency, our late President Muhammad Buhari, our father, should not be restricted to 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5 days. Our prayers for them should be permanently until our time. And this is indeed very important. In Islam, prayers for the deceased is not restricted to certain days or time, but rather for life.
The morning activities will continue tomorrow with a special prayer session at the National Mosque in Abuja as Nigerians reflect on Buhari's contributions from his military days to his enduring nickname of Megaskia, the truth teller. Today's prayers mark not just an end to mourning, but a celebration of the life he dedicated to the nation. Lupe Asom, TVC News, Daura.
And we have news just in. President Bola Tinubu has renamed